Welcome, welcome, welcome to another Wisdom Wednesday. It's your girl, Dr. Kiana Obeng here, affectionately known as Dr. Q, the CEO, founder, and the culture strategist for the Culture Academy LLC. And it is time, yet again, for another question from our viewers. So today's question is this: when was the last time you asked your team for feedback on your leadership, that is, and how did you act on it? Once again, when was the last time you asked your team for feedback on your leadership and how did you act on it? I have to pause because as a leader, I am constantly asking for feedback because why? Feedback is a gift. No matter how you digest that, slice and dice it, feedback is truly a gift. And feedback helps you to do better. So, like in the great quote, when you know better, you do better. And so I take every opportunity as a leader to ask my team for feedback on my leadership. Like, do you feel like I have an open door policy? How do you think communication is going? What are some things that I can do better? How can I support them? And how can they support me? Recently, we've had several faculty meetings where these questions always come up. It's always some sort of protocol, as my staff has eloquently or noticed, a protocol with sticky notes, as they say. We ask about high lows and oh no's. We ask about, what's going well, what's not going so well. We always talk about glows and grows and next steps. And a lot of that has to do with what's happening in the schoolhouse or in the school building. But when it comes directly to my leadership, I ask, what are things that are going well for you under my leadership? What are things that are going not so well under my leadership? And how can we support each other to make things better? I am a firm believer that when you know better, you do better. There has been some communication glitches here at this assignment that I'm working on as a leader. And my folks here don't fail to remind me that, hey, Dr. Q, you said such and such, but I didn't see it this way. Now, it's been posted other places, but because it's not in a particular place at a particular time, that's a ding on a leadership move for communication. And so I take all of this feedback because it is a gift, and I have to take a moment to process it, right? I want to make sure that communication is clear. That is a huge thing for me. I also want to make sure that we learn from missteps or missed opportunities so that we can effectively plan for the future. And so there's always times where I am gathering feedback so that we could do things better next time. Recently, this is another example. We had an assembly with our students, and one of the things that I did was I called a few students out. I sure did. I did. I was well intended, but the messaging and the way I did it didn't always go across as I planned or as I intended. So after this assembly, one of the teachers said, "Hey, Dr. Q, can I give you some feedback on something?" Remember, feedback is a gift. And so the teacher stated that they felt like I was a little hard on the students that I called out at the assembly. And I said, you know what? That was not my intention at all. It was not my intention at all. But I can see where you are coming from. I appreciate your feedback, and I will make sure that I make those wrongs right. So right after the feedback was given to me, I went directly to each and every one of those students and I apologized. I said, hey, it wasn't my intention to call you out, make you feel some type of way. I apologize. That was not my intention, but I wanted to make sure that you knew that where I was coming from was a well-intended place, although it may not have come across that way. And all of the students were very complimentary. They were like, no, Dr. Q, we get it. Thank you so much for apologizing. And so I think that's the most recent example of where I got feedback on my leadership. Now, I didn't necessarily ask for it, but The staff is comfortable to know that I do have an open door policy and I'm always receptive to feedback. So staff took the opportunity to share that, shared it with me. And then how did I act on it? I went to the students and said, hey, look, that wasn't my intention. I want to make sure that we're good. I never want to put you in a position that makes you uncomfortable or anything like that. And we were good to go. So I think that's the most recent feedback that I've gotten on my leadership and how I acted on it. So, of course, in good TQA fashion, I'm going to turn it back to you. How have you recently asked your team, or when was the last time you asked your team for feedback on your leadership, and how did you act on it? Until next time, guys. Bye.